Good morning, students. This is PK sir, your chemistry sir. So today we are going to start the class 11 NCERT chemistry. Students, in this video we will be discussing about some basic concepts of chemistry, the very first chapter of your textbook, in which we will be discussing some previous knowledge, some interesting facts which you have already learnt in class 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now let us start the chapter with the very first term, that is matter. What is matter? Only two things are important: anything which have mass and occupy space, that is called a matter. Okay, these things already you have discussed in class, in your previous classes. Okay, now before this definition, now if I ask you example of matter, that is very important, that is very simple thing. All of you know about the examples of this one. See, the examples include whatever you see around us. Example, you can say pen, you can say pencil, books, mobile phone, smartphone. This list is endless. Because so many things are there in matter. Now after this one, after studying this matter topic, we have another classification of matter. Okay, when we are talking about classification of matter, then generally we know that this matter can be divided into three types. This matter can be divided into three types. This is very common things, we are not taking very hard. Simple things are being discussed here: solid, liquid and gas. Solid, liquid and gas, all these things are important for us. Liquid. Okay, now what are the characteristics of the solid matter, what are the characteristics of liquid matter, and what are the characteristics of gaseous matter? So when we are talking about solid, how can we define, what is the identification of a solid? How will you say that this is solid? Important thing is that in solid, particles are held together tightly. Particles are held together tightly. This is the identification, or this is the important thing by which you can identify it. Now this force which binds the particles is strongest in solid, then here and then here. So liquid is in middle. Okay, so this is the force which binds the particles of matter. Okay, and the degree of force of this binding force which decides the nature of matter. If the force binding the particles is strongest, then it is solid. If it is minimum, then it is gas, and if it is medium, then it is liquid. Okay, after this one, next point about solid. Already you have studied definite shape, definite size and shape. That is the another thing, that solids have definite size and shape. They can be identified easily by their size, their shape. Okay. Next, what about liquids? They have definite shape or not? See, their shape is not definite, indefinite. Their shape is indefinite. Why their shape is indefinite? See, when you fill this liquid in any container, then the shape of liquid will be according to container or according to the vessel in which they are stored. The same thing is here also. Means the shape of liquid and the shape of gas is indefinite. They assume the shape of container in which they are kept. Okay. Next one is volume. Again, here volume is definite. Volume is definite, and here it is definite, and here also definite. But here the condition is according to the volume of container. So this is the introduction part of solid, liquid, gas. Now interconversion also you should know that how to convert solid into liquid, liquid into gas. Simply when you heat, when you heat a solid, then it becomes liquid. When you cool down a liquid, it becomes solid. In the same way, heat, cool. If a liquid is heated upon, then it turns into gas, and when a gas is cooled down, then it becomes liquid. So this is the interconversion. Okay, this one should be always in your mind, that when you are heating a solid, it gets converted into liquid, and after further heating it becomes gas. Okay. After this interconversion, you should know the next another classification of matter. Matter can be also divided into two parts, two types: pure and impure. Pure matter, impure matter. Pure matter and impure matter. Pure matter, or you can say pure substances also. Next, in your textbook, students, that there is one figure, that is 1.2, classification of matter. Figure 1.2, classification of matter. In that figure, substances are divided into two parts: pure matter and impure matter. This impure matter is also called mixture. This impure matter is also called mixture. And then this mixture, pure substances are of two types. First one is element, and the second one is compound. Then this mixture is also of two types. First one is homogeneous mixture, and the second one is heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So this is the further classification or a macroscopic classification of matter. Okay, pure matter, one side pure matter, pure substance, impure matter, that is mixture. Pure substance is of two types, element and compound. Then impure substance or impure matter is of two types, that is mixture, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Now we will take one by one. Although these things already you have studied in your previous classes, but just it is a brief introduction, very brief introduction, so it will help you a lot. Now the next one is element. Element, what is the definition of element? What is the meaning of element? Already in your previous class you have studied, so just we will take a very small description. Element means a substance which is made up of one type of particles. A substance which is made up of one type of particles. That substance is called an element. Okay, then examples are very important for us, as I have been asking you all that the names, the symbols of elements are very important for you. So there are so far 100 elements in the nature. Elements have been discovered. 118 elements have been discovered, and I think most of you remember also up to 50 elements. Now when we require any element's name, then you should remember it, that what is the name of the element, what is the symbol of the element, what is the atomic number of element. So this is the element. After this one is compound. Shall I write some examples of element? Hydrogen, helium, lithium. Never connect capital letter and small letter, means first letter and second letter should not be connected. Helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, and so on. So these are the some examples of element. After element, the next term is compound. Compound, very easy. A substance which is made up of two or more different elements. Is known as a compound. A substance which is made up of two or more different elements is known as a compound. Example includes, for example, water. The formula of water, H2O, then carbon dioxide, that is also a compound. Water, carbon dioxide. Then next one is NH3, that is ammonia. Then HNO3, nitric acid, etc. Now, how they are example of compound, or why are they example of compound? A substance which is made up of two or more different elements. Look here, in hydrogen, in water, hydrogen is element, oxygen is element, so two element. Okay, carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen, two elements, nitrogen, two elements, ammonia, two elements, then this nitric acid, 1, 2, 3. There are three elements which are different. So that's why these are the examples of compound. After this one, the next important thing is mixture. Now what is mixture? Mixture means a substance which is made up of many compounds, 2 or more. What is the definition of mixture? A substance which is made up of 2 or more compounds. 2 or more compounds in any ratio. Next, the types of this one. So the first one is homogeneous mixture and the second one is heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. What is the definition? How will you say that this is homogeneous mixture? Simply, composition is uniform. Throughout. Composition is uniform throughout, and in hetero the composition is non-uniform. This is the hint about a homogeneous mixture. That how will you identify a homogeneous mixture? Means a mixture in which the composition of mixture is uniform throughout, and in heterogeneous mixture the composition is non-uniform. Now how will you explain this? With the help of example. All of you know how to make lemonade. Lemonade is an example of homogeneous mixture. Then here you can say any mixture of like salt plus sugar. That is the example of heterogeneous mixture. This is the example of homogeneous mixture. Suppose you take 1 drop of this lemonade, the taste will be similar to that of the whole content. So this is the way by which we can identify the homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. One more term is there, that is called molecule. What is molecule? This molecule I will be telling you in the next video. I am simply asking one question in the last of the video. So all of you write down in the comment section. What is the meaning of molecule? And how a molecule is different from a compound. So this is the end of the video. Students, in this chapter almost we will be taking 4 lessons or 4 parts, 4 lectures. 4 parts will be there for this video, for this chapter. So this is the end of the video. Till then, take care and bye bye.